Hi. Okay, so a couple tips on sizing cheerleaders. A couple things I do. One, I put out all the shells and skirts. Of course, your shells are your tops, your skirts are your bottoms. I put them in order. So I don't put them in order by the number on the tag. I put them in order on the number, by the letters on the shells. So this is youth extra small. Usually there's going to be a youth 2XS, youth XS, youth small, youth medium, youth large. And I usually lay them out like this. It just makes them real quick to flip through. Same things with the skirts. I've got youth 2 extra small, youth extra small, youth small. Then I've got my model. And stop. Kind of a couple things. What I do is I kind of eye them. I've done it long enough so I kind of know where she's going to be. I'm going to put her in a youth medium. Tip to get these on little ones, you tell them, okay, put your arms in the holes, put your arms straight up, and you slip it right on. And then I always kind of tuck the little tag right in there like that. And this is kind of how it should fit. It should be a little bit loose. It shouldn't be too gapey under here, but you want to be able to get it on and off. It's pretty stretchy. So, stop it. Then I get the skirt. And the skirt has got 2 buttons on the back and a zipper. What I do is when I put it on her, I'm going to try for her, I'm going to try a youth extra small. Okay, step in it. Step in it. And I always do the dressing for them, and sometimes I'll tell them, I'll say, hey, listen, I'm going to do this. I know you know how to do it yourself, but I'm just going to be your personal fitter. Stop, Addie. I'm just going to do it. So I always pull up the front, and I make sure on the back that I put it on the very last button, the tightest button, and I zip it all the way up, and then I kind of shimmy it, and it should be covering her belly button, which it is. And this, then I put the shell all the way down, and then I have them turn around, and I make sure I get it all lined out like that. This one fits her pretty good, but it fits her pretty snug, which is okay because a cheer skirt should fit snug. But then I always look at their, Addison, turn. Stop right there. I look at their booty and I say, okay, like this one barely covers hers. So this is where it looks right, like when she turns around, put your arms down, stand up straight. It fits just right at her fingertips, but I would consider adding an inch to this skirt. You can also try, and you can see the next size up. And I'm going to have her step out, please. Thank you. And I think maybe the next size up might work. And I'll show you what the difference is. Turn, Addison, towards me. Okay, step in. Okay, turn around. And this is just how I fit the girls. Make sure it's all the way up. Make sure the front and the back are both up. Because sometimes what will happen is the front will fall down like that and it won't fit it right. So put it on the smallest button, zip it up, make sure it's up high, covering the belly button. Put the shell back down. And you can kind of see with the bigger skirt what happens is when you pull the shell down, it gets kind of blousy, kind of wrinkly right here, but you can smooth it out. Stand up straight, Eddie. Smooth it out a little bit. It's just if they get too big, then it gets kind of, as the skirts get bigger around the waist, they get wider. So this actually fits her better. Turn, Addison. If you look in the back, she's got plenty of growing room. She's comfortable in it. Again, remember, if mom says, well, I don't know, this is a little too long, remember, show them, like a whole inch is going to be this much. And make sure you always show the back too, because that's kind of the area, you know, if you were going to take it up a whole inch, you would take it up, you know, this much, and that would be way too short. So the other thing I do is I say, okay, Addison, make a high V, which is this. Put your arms straight up. And I look and I see, okay, do I see any belly? Because if you see belly now, then put your arms back down. You always have to remember that part. I always forget to tell them to put their arms down, and they always stand there with their arms up and forget to tell them to put them back down. If you can see belly now when they lift their arms up, then you're going to see it later in the season. So at that point, you want to make sure you add an inch. And so what I do is I say, okay, model my tags. And I look at it so I can see the tags. So for the shell, I would write a youth medium /16. But if I'm going to add an inch, which on hers I wouldn't, but if another little one raised her arms and I saw her belly, I would put a youth medium /17, which means I'm going to add an inch. On shells, you can only add inches, you can't take inches off. Same thing on the skirt. So for her skirt, I would say it's a youth small /11, unless I added an inch. Now skirts, you can take inches off. So that's kind of how I would go about fitting her for her cheer uniform. Thanks.